Hey guys, it's been a hot minute, but I'm back. I am Simple Simon, I am your comic book noob. Welcome to the new 50 Noob. So I feel like this show has sort of become this comic book review show, and I'm terrible at reviewing comics, so I thought I'd go back to my roots today and show off some of the comics that I actually own. Now we all love your Batmans and Supermans and Aquamans and all that, but the real heroes in the comic book world are the writers and the artists. So today I thought I'd make a video about some of my favorite cover art that I own myself, and I've got a lot of books to get through, so let's do this. So I'm going to start off with the classic. I've spoken about this comic book before in one of my very earlier videos, and that is the classic iconic image of Harley Quinn and Joker, done by Alex Ross. It is actually Harley Quinn's first appearance in the DC continuity. It's just a very iconic image. They even paid tribute to it in the Suicide Squad movie, which we won't talk about, but yeah. And next is something a little bit more recent, and that is the current Tom Taylor run of Deceased. Again, I've spoken about issue 1 before. I did a review, check that video out. And they've done these horror movie tribute covers and they're absolutely amazing. But yeah, the issue 1 was a tribute to it. It's got Jason Todd grabbing the balloon from the Joker. We all know what happened there. And issue 2, they did a tribute to Nightmare on Elm Street. The idea of this is amazing. They've got some really good ones coming out. Yeah, great covers. They look fantastic. Now this next comic book series means a lot to me. When you're new to the world of comics, it's very daunting, it's very scary to walk into a comic shop. You don't know where to begin. I mean, obviously the best place to begin is probably buying trades. You know, when you want to buy a single issue, you walk up to the shelf, you're like, oh, this looks cool. And it's like issue 44, and you're like, well, do I have to go back and read 43 issues? Turns out you don't, but I like to start from number 1. I like to get the whole set. The first 2 single issues I ever bought, and this is less than a year ago when I got into comics, was Batman issue 50, which is The Wedding. But on the same day I noticed this, I noticed the number 1, and I was like, oh, I can start collecting this series from the beginning. And that is Catwoman, number 1. Ironically enough, in the actual cover, she's actually holding a copy of Batman issue 50, which is the other comic I bought as my first 2 single issues. I love this so much. I've got the foil edition, which is I believe a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. This is actually quite hard to get, but these aren't the covers that I actually wanted to talk to you about. The variant covers in this series are done by Stanley Lau, or Art Germ as he's known as. He was actually in Melbourne just a week or 2 ago. He does amazing, beautiful covers, especially of female characters. I would have loved to have had some comic books signed by him. Now I could have gone on about every single variant he has done in this series, but I'm just going to show you my 2 favorite ones. First is issue 3, very beautiful. Selena Kyle, looking very sexy. I really like this image. That's the first one I'm going to show you, and the second one is issue 4, which followed up. When I first saw this, I was like, that's a photo. It took me so long before I was convinced that it was actually, someone could actually draw something like this. But yeah, I really like issue 4 as well. It's got a little bit of a kink to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm a big fan of both of these images. Absolutely stunning from Stanley Lau, Art Germ, well done. When I first started buying comics, I was basically on eBay all the time looking up things. I didn't know anything. I was just buying stuff that, you know, looked cool. I stumbled across a series called Joker's Asylum, which is basically all one-shot issues of different villains. There's a Harley Quinn one, there's a Penguin one, I think, a Two-Face. The Two-Face one is amazing. This cover I got of Poison Ivy, in the Poison Ivy one-shot, absolutely amazing image. It's just, again, just very sexy. Poison Ivy, looking absolutely babe in there. I can't quite remember if this was good or not. I just really remember the Two-Face one shot of the Joker's Asylum. You should check that out. It's got a really cool ending to it. But yes, Poison Ivy here, Spider-Man, punk rock. It mixes together quite well. Now, I didn't quite do my research. I believe this is the current Amazing Spider-Man, the Nick Spencer run. I believe it's issue 22. But it's an amazing variant of Spider-Punk. Now, just some knowledge for people who are noobs or don't know a lot about the comic book world. This is known as a virgin cover. So a virgin cover is when there basically is no title or anything. It really is all about the art. So yes, it's an amazing image of Spider-Punk. I really love it. I don't buy the variant covers of Spider-Man. Actually, I brought someone with me to the comic book shop that day, and she was like, "Hey, Spider-Punk," and I was like, "What is that?" It happened to be the variant, and good thing she spotted it out, because I ended up picking it up because I really love this art. Okay, so the next few books aren't so much that the art is so fantastic. It's really more that these covers have sort of really drawn me to the book. I'm on eBay and I'm like, who the hell is Gwenpool, right? When I first saw issue 1 of The Unbelievable Gwenpool, it just looks like a fun comic. Like, I mean, look at her. She's got a dirt bike that has a fucking chain gun attached to the front. Is that chain gun? Minigun? Whatever you want to call it. It's just got all sorts of things going on. She's got an umbrella, she's got a samurai sword, there's a Captain America shield just randomly flying out of a present box. There's a fucking T-Rex, looks like jumping off a rocket. And there's an elephant, there's Thor's hammer. It's a lot going on. And to me, I was like, what is this? This looks fun. And you know what? We all need more fun in our life, right? So I picked this up and I'm so glad I did, because I fell in love with the character Gwenpool. She looks great, she's very funny. Her whole character's concept is very interesting, and yeah, very fun character. Gwenpool, you should check her out. During the current Tom King Batman run, one of the issues left with a cliffhanger where Dick Grayson, or Nightwing, got shot in the head. And then you get to the next issue and it's like, they don't mention it at all. It's like, what the hell? That's the weird thing about comic books. They leave you on a cliffhanger and then you don't find out what happens in the next issue. The story actually continues into Nightwing's own comic series. So I'm talking about Nightwing issue 50. Once he was Nightwing, now all you know about him changes. That really drew me in, because it's like, what did happen to Nightwing? He got shot in the head, that's a big deal. Spoiler alert, he got shot in the head by KG Beast, and he basically lost all his memory. So from Nightwing 50 onwards, he no longer calls himself Nightwing. He basically just wants to be a person. He's lost all his memory. He doesn't even call himself Dick Grayson anymore. He just calls himself Rick Grayson, which is really lame. I'm okay with that, because I know they're going to change it back eventually, but at the same time, I'm starting to wonder, when is that going to happen? You can't just change Dick to Rick, alright? It's been Dick Grayson for so long. We all love Dick. Okay, so another book I spoke about recently, I did a review on, was Batman White Knight by Sean Murphy. I just thought I'd show off my 2 favorite covers from the series. The first one is issue 3, the 2 Harley Quinns. If you have read White Knight, you'll know what the deal is with the 2 Harley Quinns, but I really like this image. Basically, one Harley Quinn's bad and one's kind of good. And also the final issue of White Knight was issue 8, and again, I just love this image. I mean, we all love Harley Quinn, right? We all want Harley Quinn to be happy, and she loves Mr. J. Now, Mr. J is an abusive asshole, but in this story, he's actually good. So it's just a really cool image, you know, seeing Harley Quinn happy, seeing Joker even happy with Harley Quinn. Really cool image. I love this cover a lot. Sean Murphy is amazing. All right, I'm up to my last one, so I'm going to show you two more covers. But one of my favorite artists, I think one of the best artists when it comes to the cover art currently, and that is Francesco Mattina. The first cover I'm going to show you is the current Batman issue 69. It's just a really sick drawing of Batman. Oh man, like how can you not like that image? It's just amazing. Yeah, Francisco's artwork is just absolutely mind-boggling how good someone can be at doing something like this. And the final cover I'm going to show you is actually my favorite cover of all time, again by Francesco Mattina, however you say his name. I'm terrible with names, by the way. And that is Heroes in Crisis #1. He did a variant with Harley Quinn now. It's a shiny foil cover, so I might not show it well on the screen, but this art is absolutely beautiful. Like, it's just the best image I've seen of Harley Quinn. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of sexy, it's gory, it's dark, it's macabre, it's got everything in it. She just looks amazing. And yeah, this is actually my favorite cover of anything that I have. Just some quick info for you collectors. This is obviously the foil edition. The virgin cover of this is actually worth a lot of money. You have to pay top dollar to get that one. I was happy with the foil. Again, if you forgot what a virgin is like this, where a virgin cover, no art, it just is really about the art. There's no title, sorry. But yeah, the virgin cover of that, you have to pay top dollar for. Alright, that's all from me today, but before I wrap up, I just want to say a quick thank you to all my subscribers or anyone who's watched my videos. I know no one watches my shit. I don't make this stuff. I'm not expecting it to get 1 billion views. I just really love and enjoy doing this, and I just really want to say thank you, because I've never really had a hobby, and I feel like I finally found something that I really love doing, and that's making these videos. So if you do watch my stuff, I know you're mostly my friends and stuff, but you know, you guys, my subscribers, anyone else who doesn't know me and who happens to stumble across my video, if you made it this far, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really love doing this, and I'm going to continue doing this. So yeah, join me for the ride. Until next time, keep it simple.